I have chosen this pasta. I have some that are shorter, that are older. I like the short ones. Because when I put peas in this salad, they can hide inside. You can use whatever kind you have or like. You could use the bow tie shape. You could use the fusilli, the corkscrew shape. You could use elbow macaroni, which is what most people use. But whatever pasta floats your boat, you can use that. And I've got some water going to boil. I pre-boiled some in this electric kettle, which helps me. Takes less time. You'll have mayonnaise, sweet pickle relish, an onion. This onion, I misplaced it and it's going bad, so I'm going to cut off the good parts. Just use some onion, celery, peas, bacon, and a little bit of sugar, salt and pepper. So let's get going and make some macaroni salad or pasta salad. I also forgot to mention an egg. Eggs usually are a little thinner at one end and thicker at the other end. Some are practically totally oval, but this is the little end, this is the big end. And when you're going to hard boil an egg, it's kind of nice to know that, because there is like a big air bubble, little sac with an air bubble at the fat end, at the big end. So what I will do, I will tap, tap, tap. Make a teeny tiny hole. So when I drop it in, well, when I put it in the boiling water, it'll work its way around inside the boiling water will. And it will loosen it from the shell, so it will be easier to shell when it's finished cooking. While I'm waiting for the water to boil, I'm going to boil the water in the pot and add the other boiling water. It'll get it boiling faster. I don't have a regular stove, just a hot plate. While I'm waiting, I'm going to put the other ingredients in this bowl. The peas. I'm going to take some bacon and chop it up a little bit. I love bacon. There are other things you can put in, and then you don't have to put all this stuff in there if you don't want to. Some people put carrots in their salads. I don't feel like at this time. I could put some in. Very, very thinly, like shavings of carrots. All these things together will have a nice flavor, and usually it's better the next day because it has time to incorporate all the flavors. Is that enough bacon? Never. Usually I have one day a week where I do a lot of cooking. Like I'll make a lot of bacon and then I'll keep it either in the freezer, depends on how much I make. I keep it in the fridge or the freezer. This is not crispy. Like some people like bacon really crispy. All you have to do is heat it in the microwave for a little bit to get it crisper. Celery. I will make very thinly sliced celery chunks. I'm cutting it down here so that they're all pretty much the same size. you are going, oh my God, she doesn't know how to cut or chop. Some days are better than others. Okay. Never went to cooking school. My cooking school was my grandmother. When I was 12, I told her I wanted to learn how to cook because my grandma was one from a very large farm family. And every morning, the girls of the family got up really early and they made bread. They would have big breakfast, and the guys would go out and work on the farm. A lot of the girls had like office jobs, or they raised animals or something. I'm talking about 1900, 1907, or as my grandpa would say, 1907. Yeah, I'm bound to spill. I'm bound to make a lot of spills here. That's just part of the game there. It's par for the course. I think that's a golf term. I don't really understand it. Okay, we've got this stuff in here. And, I misplaced the onion and I just found it yesterday. Ew, it doesn't look that good. See, it does not. The onion that is kind of funky and brown is bad. Let's see if I can get anything out of it at all. If not, I have dried onion flakes. I like dried onion flakes because they don't go bad. I never use as much onion as my mother would use. She would just inundate things with onion. Potato salad was more like onion salad. There's enough here. There's enough here. Maybe too much. I don't like that much onion in there, just enough for the flavor. Okie doke. This countertop's not level, and if you're not careful, things roll toward you and fall on the floor. Lovely. The mayonnaise, I'll save till last. I can put pickle relish in there. I never used pickle relish in my potato or pasta salad until I met my ex-husband, and his mother would put pickle relish and stuff, and it does add a really nice flavor. The water is starting to boil. Hooray, hooray! I'll add some of the boiled water from the kettle. And it should come back to a boil pretty well in a moment. Sorry for the sloppy camera work. This pan is old, probably needs replacing, but there's lots of tiny little bubbles at the bottom. This hot plate does not heat that hot, so it doesn't come to a big rolling boil. It's got a little tiny bubbly boil. So what do I do with the tiny bubbly boil? I put the pasta in. And this pasta, to cook it till it gets al dente, which means to the tooth, it takes 12 to 15 minutes. It might take about 15 minutes. And also, hard-boiled egg. It's raw. I mean, it's all liquidy and raw inside now. We'll let that cook in here. It won't ruin the flavor or anything. The egg is clean. We'll let this cook away. I learned in cooking class in junior high that you boil the egg for 3 minutes and then you remove it, let it sit for 15, put it in cold water, and it won't form that gray sulfury ring around the yolk. But we're just going to let this boil, and we'll wait. While I'm waiting, I'm going to wash off the things that I have used. I already washed them. I'm rinsing them right now. Colander is ready to strain the pasta. I will put ice water in here so that when I take the egg out of the hot pasta water and quench it quickly in the ice water, it will shock it a little and it'll loosen up all the shell from the egg. Got the mayonnaise ready. The cutting board is clean and ready to cut the egg up to put in here, along with the pasta and the mayonnaise. I live where it's hot, and I have like a little drawer that I could put ice cube trays in, but those little ice cubes melt so quickly. So what I did is I bought some of these at the dollar store, and I think it came in a group of 4, and I fill them up about 2/3 of the way with water, and I put them in the freezer out in the garage, and they freeze up into chunks, big chunks, which I then put in my drinking glass, and it takes a little longer for it to melt. Another way that I make ice is in my little drawer in my refrigerator. What is this? You're saying butter? This is one of those things you can store butter in the refrigerator, but you can fill it up with ice, with water, and it makes, fits into your water bottle perfectly. It'll go right into your water bottle. So, and then I have like a bag that I keep my ice chunks in one of the drawers of the freezer. That's one of those cool little tips and tricks. I removed the egg and put it in this glass of ice water. We'll let it cool for a moment. While it's still kind of warm is when we'll peel it under some running water. And the water will get in between the egg and the shell through that membrane all the way around, like a little sleeping bag for the egg. And it should come apart without tearing all the egg up. It's time to empty the pasta into the strainer. I'm going to let it cool just a little bit before I mix it all together. As I like my pasta all pretty much to look alike. I'm taking the long ones out and cutting them in half so that they look like the short ones. And now we'll see what we can see. I'm putting lots of little cracks in the eggshell. Okay. Somebody's all cracked up to me. Alright. Little water gets in there underneath in that little bubble area and goes around the egg. Many people have different ways to remove shell from an egg. This is the way I do it. I've tried it other ways, but ta-da! Here we go. Okie doke. Let's see what we have. Hey! Not bad. It's just done. And there's no gray around the yolk. I crumble that up and put it inside with the other ingredients. See, the middle is just done. If it weren't done, it would still be kind of thick and gummy in the middle. But it's just done. Alright. I always wipe everything down before I start cooking because things inevitably fall on the counter or roll away or bounce away or whatever they do. My thumb is not included, sorry. No thumb in this one. Came close. Somebody loves me. I wonder who it could be. Egg is in there. Pasta's in there. That's going to be a lot to stir, isn't it? I'm going to get another spoon or whatever so I can stir it vigorously. Now, to put mayonnaise in there. You can put a lot in or a little in. Depends if you like it gooey, gushy, super wet, or just coated. I like it in between. I'm just guessing. A lot of cooking is guesswork. It's like a science experiment in the kitchen. You can eat your successes and mourn for the losses. This is gonna be good. Yummy, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. I want some. See, it's not too gushy, but it's not real dry either. And it all mixes in. And I'll put it in a container in the refrigerator. You must refrigerate this. It has mayonnaise in it. You must refrigerate it. And now I'm going to put it in this container to put in the refrigerator. And lick off the spoons. Haha. This is so yummy. It won't last but a day. And not just because I'm a pig. It's so yummy, and it'll be cold after it's refrigerated. And on a warm day or hot day, a cold macaroni salad. Tastes so good.